I am Lena, a 28-year-old woman who lives in Marseille, France. I have always had a strong sense of justice and a deep respect for people who work hard and deserve to be treated fairly. I love my job, which is in the hospitality industry, and I enjoy helping people and making sure they have a good experience. I am known for being kind, reliable, and always willing to go the extra mile. I have a good relationship with my coworkers, and I often help them out when they need it. I believe in doing the right thing, even when it's hard, because I know that doing the right thing is the only way to feel truly satisfied with myself. But then, everything changed. I was working at a hotel in Marseille, and I had a coworker named Stephanie, who was like a sister to me. We both worked at the front desk, and we had a great time together, always making sure that our guests were happy and that the hotel ran smoothly. One day, the hotel owner decided to bring in a management company to help run the place. This company hired a new general manager, and her name was Mary. From the very beginning, I could tell that Mary was not the kind of person you wanted as a boss. Mary didn't care about the rules or the people who worked there. She was always trying to save money, and she did it in the most unfair ways. She would fire people without any real reason, sometimes just because they weren't her favorites. She would take away overtime pay from the employees, and she would make sure that people like Stephanie and me were left to do all the work. She didn't even care about the guests, and she would make fun of the hotel owner in emails, talking about how she was stupid and not fit to run a business. It was clear that Mary was not a good manager at all. Stephanie and I both tried to do our best, but it was impossible to keep up with all the problems Mary caused. She would fire people left and right, and she would leave Stephanie to handle everything alone, especially on busy days when there were lines of guests waiting to check in. Stephanie was working so hard that she was starting to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. She was doing all the work, and no one was helping her. Mary would even bring her husband into the restaurant to cook without paying him or giving him any training. That was not fair at all. One day, Stephanie had had enough. It was a very busy check-in day, and she was left alone at the front desk, with no one to help her. Mary had left for the day, and she had done it on purpose, just to make Stephanie suffer. Stephanie had been working so hard, and she was tired of being treated like a second-class employee. She had been copying emails, keeping track of everything Mary was doing, and even getting video of her husband working in the kitchen without being paid. She had everything on a thumb drive, and she was ready to do something about it. She decided to take action. She put everything she had on the thumb drive and sent it to the hotel owner overnight. She knew that if she did this, she would be risking her job, but she also knew that Mary was doing something wrong, and she couldn't let it continue. The owner received the information, and it led to a big investigation. Mary was found to be breaking the rules, and she was fired. The management company was also in trouble because this was not the first time they had hired a terrible general manager. Stephanie was offered to keep her job, and she was finally able to work without being overworked or treated unfairly. She was happy, and she knew that she had done the right thing. I was proud of her, and I knew that she had made a difference in her life and in the lives of the other employees. I also knew that she had learned a lot from this experience, and that she would never let someone like Mary treat people like that again. Even though things had changed, I still felt a sense of pride in what Stephanie had done. She had taken a stand, and she had made a difference. I knew that she was strong, and that she was capable of handling anything that came her way. I also knew that she had found a way to get justice for herself and for the other workers who had been treated unfairly. She had taken control of her life, and she had proven that she was not afraid to do what was right, even when it was hard. I was proud of her, and I knew that she would always be the kind of person who stood up for what was right.